Hi Cancer, and welcome to your mid-month check-up. It is still the month of February as I am recording this for you. We're going to be doing a little check-in to see what your sign can expect for the rest of the month. Now, I didn't get any major suggestions for y'all in the comments of the last video, so I'm going to be focusing 50% on what Spirit believes you should be focusing on, as well as love, because it is the month of love. Debatable, but anyway, it's Valentine's Day. So we're gonna have a look at 50-50 what you need to know about the rest of this month. So I'm using the True Black Tarot deck today because I don't use this often enough, and this deck is so precious. It was a gift from a subscriber. It just needs to be used more often, in my opinion. So Cancer, please Spirit, what does Cancer need to be focusing on for the rest of February? What do they need to know? Hello? We have the Page of Wands coming out for you. So straight off the cuff, Cancer, Spirit is saying you need to focus on a journey that you're currently on. It's one that requires talent and ambition. It's one that may be physically exhausting at times because it's not one that you have a lot of experience in, but it's certainly a journey that you can gain a lot of experience from. Something you're quite passionate about. It may indicate travel because it is a journey, but it definitely indicates you following through on something that you've previously entertained or decided to do. I think that this has something, this may require effort and energy. I'm not really getting creative, but I think that it could be a fun process if you just surrender yourself to it and make sure that you're having fun along the way. It's not too serious. It feels like this is more about gaining experience and carving a path for yourself. What else does Cancer need to know about their month of February, Spirit, as we close the month, the last couple of weeks? What else should Cancer be focusing on? We have the 4, is that 4? No, that's a 6. 6 of Pentacles in the reverse with the 9 of Wands, I believe. I've never gotten that wolf card before, so it's kind of like, what are you, my baby? I think that's a 9 of Wands with the 6 of Pentacles because of the demeanor of this wolf. Both of these cards being reverse is kind of like, I'm hearing you need to stop thinking the worst will happen. So what I feel like is going on for you is that you're maybe being pushed outside of a comfort zone here. And with it being the 6 of Pentacles reversed, this may look like you needing to really pull together your resources. Maybe you need to borrow money, or you need to kind of ask people for favors. You may be needing to kind of like humble yourself and really just be realistic about what you're dealing with. Be more open and honest about where you're at when it comes to your material finances. Because for some of you, it feels like it doesn't have to be this way. There shouldn't be any shame. There shouldn't be any feeling of like, oh, it's hard, it's difficult. My ego, I'm too proud to ask for help. It's like, you actually have people who are not only willing to help, but potentially owe you the resources to be able to help. Like, they owe you. And I think that they need to be reminded of that without being confrontational. It's just about making peace in your mind. So there seems to be an issue here of you having the courage to keep moving forward with something that you want to do. And I see that you're struggling to do that. With the 9 of Wands reversed, you feel like you want to give up. You feel like it's too big of a task to tackle, and it feels like it's not something that you want to pursue. But I think that this is a financial reason, and there's a feeling of guilt about this. It's like, oh, I can't do that. I feel bad if I do that. I feel like I can't put myself or someone else in that financial position. So it's really bizarre. Spirit, what is the advice in this situation? What is the advice in this situation for Cancer? What is the advice in this situation for Cancer? Your advice is the Hermit and the Page of Coins. Your advice is to spend time with yourself, by yourself, figuring out what is best for you. It's always good to get advice from someone you trust, from someone you believe is wise, but someone who isn't emotionally invested in your situation. Your advice is to honestly give yourself time out to reflect and think about what is best for you in this situation, because I see that it's not fruitless, but for some of you, you may have people dependent on you financially, or you may be unsure about whether you should take up that loan because it may be too much effort. Whatever's going on here, I see with the Hermit and the Page of Coins, your biggest advice is to give yourself enough space and time to think about what you need to do, what is best for you. And with the Page of Coins, it's more so about letting yourself be open to further growth and development. Spirit is indicating that there is like the successful outcome here is you allowing yourself to grow more when it comes to your money, to grow, to allow more in when it comes to your money. And this looks like someone who isn't restricted. So for whatever reason, with this Page of Coins, there's an indication here of even starting something new, trying something new, developing something new, so that you're not restricted and so that you don't have these feelings of guilt or dependency. It's like taking on a new task or a new path forward. And I think that this involves a plan as well. Like, I think that for some of you, if you need to like liberate yourself from something or someone, it's about planning that out and looking at what that would do. And I think with it being the Page, if it is a plan, it's not something that you need to stress over. It's something that you could pull off fairly quickly, fairly easily. The Page of Coins isn't like an elaborate plan that's really hard to follow. The Page of Coins is just us like organizing a list of tasks to do that we could complete within a day. Like, I would look at that as errands, you know. It's not going to be that difficult for you if you can just organize what you need to do. I do think that you're at a crossroads in your personal journey, and I think that this is something to do with your finances. There is a feeling of guilt. There is a feeling of resources, and you need to be more aware of how much money you're actually working with, and how much time you're actually working with, how much you're giving versus getting in return, because there is a major deficit. Some people aren't pulling their weight. I feel like you're being owed. People owe you money and time and effort. You're doing the most. And I also think that your main focus should be on a journey that you've kind of already started, and finishing that out for the rest of this month, and focusing on getting through this in a new way that is more what is best for you rather than what is best for others. It feels like some people have compromised your ability to take care of yourself here, if I'm honest. That's what I'm feeling. But if it's not that much, if it's not that far for all of you, it's definitely on a practical level. Like, your finances here seem to be a major focus for the rest of the month, and just making sure you're getting your ducks in the row for whatever new adventure you have lying ahead after February. For some of you, if you are feeling very confident in your abilities, you may start this journey in February. But for others of you, it's more of like something you're entertaining for later on in the year. That's what it feels like, because you're not 100% confident. You feel like this is something that may fall apart. So, and you also think that you don't have enough money to do this, so you're wanting to delay it. But your advice is to really separate the outside noise, listen to yourself, make a list of things that you need to do in order to achieve this, and don't feel ashamed or too proud to talk to others about your situation, because I think that you need to get a more realistic viewpoint of a way forward for yourself. So Cancer, now we're going to have a look at love for you. I'm going to use this Pastel's deck. It's very different to the True Black. Oh, I like that though. What is going on in love for Cancer spirit for the rest of February, including Valentine's Day? And what is going on in love for February, Cancer? We have the Nine of Swords in the reverse position. I want to get another couple of cards, sorry. What is going on in love for Cancer in February, please, Spirit? For the rest of February, what do they need to know? What does Cancer need to know about the rest of February's love? We have the Hierophant in the reverse position. What else does Cancer need to know about their love life, Spirit? Can we check in? We have the Four of Cups. Yeah. And can I get some advice for Cancer when it comes to their love life? What is the advice? Ace of Wands. It's as simple as that. So, wow, let's have a look at your bottom deck energy first. We have the Chariot reversed. Yeah, so your love life for the rest of this month is at a standstill. We need to stop and reevaluate where we're investing our emotions, what our fears are trying to tell us. There may be anxiety, okay? There may be a lot of late nights, overthinking, and some crazy dreams trying to help you make sense of what's going on in your reality. But you know the truth. I see that the truth has found its way to you, but for some of you, y'all are ignoring it. Y'all are pretending it's not there. It's like an elephant in the room. When it comes to your love life, someone that you're dealing with, their true colors have been exposed, and instead of addressing it fully, you're delaying the ability to move with this information, to act on this information. I just saw 1111. You're receiving a lot of signs from people, and you know what? This might be an uncomfortable situation where a lot of people around you know, or they know more than you as well. Maybe not, because the card flipped over, but I do think that other people do know about what you're going through, and I think that this is a situation where, with the Nine of Swords reversed, it's a situation that could be made easier if we are able to at least accept the information and figure out what we want to do with it. The thing about this Nine of Swords is it's kind of like you had some sort of idea that hasn't gone the way that you expected it to. It's not as bad as the worst case situation happening, but it's definitely you've heard or seen something that you really didn't want or expect. If you're in a relationship, it feels like your partner's really let you down, especially with the Hierophant reversed and the Four of Cups. You're feeling disappointed, you're feeling bored, you're feeling unappreciated, disinterested, and it could just be a one-off situation for the rest of the month. But for a lot of you, it's been a long time coming with the Hierophant reversed. If you're in a relationship, it feels like this relationship is very strained and it needs to be really seriously addressed and looked into, because your needs aren't being met and your value is being unappreciated. Like, I'm hearing you're undervalued. And I think with the Four of Cups that all of you, single, relationship, anything in between, all of you are bored. All of you are feeling emotionally unsatisfied. You feel like you're somebody else's security blanket. With the Four of Cups, like you're just an option, but you yourself aren't being seen as an option. The Four of Cups is also saying that you're missing out on opportunities by focusing on something else. Like, there's an elephant in the room here that really needs to be addressed in your love life. For some of you, it is a fear about whether you're going to be able to find that person who is going to want to take you seriously and offer you something more serious, especially if you're single and especially if you're in a lackluster relationship. You're concerned about separating because are you ever going to find this again? Honestly, sweets, your advice is the Ace of Wands. Your advice is to take a new opportunity and to bring passion back into your life. Your advice is to gain new interests, new hobbies, and to also follow what brings you back the spark, because I feel that many of you have lost your spark. And I know that spark is sometimes combined with finances, and finances seem to be a stress at the moment. So it's not about doing something expensive, it's about doing something exciting and creating a new opportunity for you to feel that passion that you seem to be lacking. And I think that overall you just need more outlets towards the end of February, because the stress is really starting to build in different areas of your life. So the Ace of Wands in your love life is really just encouraging you to create new opportunities, to give yourself outlets and to allow new opportunities to come in as well. I see that some of you, this is about meeting new people, and it may not be with the intent to romance them, but it's just this idea of bringing fresh energy into your life. You're showing up as someone who's very bored, as someone who is very unsatisfied and feeling unheard in the relationship, as though people aren't paying attention to you and noticing what you're going through. You feel like you're the one giving everybody else support. Not enough people are supporting you. And with the Nine of Swords reverse, it's like these are issues that you've brought up many times. They're not being addressed. And you know something about the person that you're dealing with that you need to start to address and take more seriously. We've got to stop brushing over it, because the thing about this energy is it doesn't get better. It just either stays stagnant or perpetually gets worse. Because this is the idea of like denial and just brushing over things until it forms a giant dust bunny under our mats, you know. The issue stays there, it's just out of sight until it finally comes back with a vengeance. So that is what I'm seeing for you, Cancer. That has been your mid-month check-in. A lot of very specific yet general advice at the same time. So I hope this check-in was helpful. I hope you got the advice that you need to help you navigate the rest of the month. If you feel like you need more messages of support, you're welcome to check your sun, moon, rising, as there may be messages in those signs. Check your natal chart and have a look at what areas of your chart you want to focus on. It has been a pleasure to read for you, Cancer. I wish you a wonderful, prosperous, abundant rest of your February, and happy Valentine's Day, because even if, you know, you've got a partner, I just want to say it anyway. I may be the only one who says it to you. So happy Valentine's Day, Cancer. So much love your way, and I shall connect with you very, very soon. Bye.